Right, buddy, welcome back to your latest Manchester United news. We'll be talking Eduardo Camavinga move. We've got an update on Ugarte, Anderson. A lot of stories to go through, which we'll talk about. It's going to be a jam-packed show, so let's get into it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into it. So, starting off with the Camavinga news. Now, it came out yesterday from Fabrizio Romano and a lot of other sources that Manchester United do have an interest in Camavinga. This is a story that has been around for a while. I've talked about it a few weeks ago. There's been rumours that he is going to leave Real Madrid, and yeah, we will have to wait and see. But this is what's being said at the moment. Camavinga remains a really important player for Real Madrid, despite some recent difficult moments and a dip in form. The club does not consider him out of the project, and there's no desperation to sell him. Real Madrid would only consider departure in the summer if a big, attractive proposal arrives, one that benefits both the player and the club. Without such an offer, he stays firmly in the squad and in the club's plans, with some Premier League clubs already having interest and made inquiries about his situation, while contacts being as early as February. Keep a close eye on potential developments from England rather than other leagues for now. So, Camavinga, for me, he's not your number one midfielder, but he is someone that's very, very good. Now, apparently United want Tchouaméni as well. United are going to face a lot of competition from midfielders, from lots of clubs to bring in midfielders, and Camavinga is definitely a good option. There was talks about a fee as little as £40 million being thrown about for Camavinga, which is absolutely ridiculous. He's a top tier footballer, got a wealth of European experience, but multiple Champions Leagues. He's a very versatile player. He's young, and he is someone who does have a lot of potential. Now, in terms of other midfielders, City again still in the race to sign Anderson. They believe that deal's been done apparently. So far, no club contact made. I think City do really want to sign Anderson. In terms of Ugarte, Casemiro is expected to leave. Ugarte could also depart, with early movement already underway to facilitate his exit. Because of these departures and the expected European football next season, United view signing one midfielder as 100% certain, with a strong potential of signing two. Other targets, Tonali remains top on United's shortlist, also liked by City and Arsenal. Elliot Anderson is a target for both United and City. City have already started negotiation with his camp, but any deal depends on Forest's final position. Overall, it's likely to be a very busy summer for United in the midfield department. United are due to hold fresh talks with Elliot Anderson's camp, barring unforeseen problems. Talks will take place via intermediaries this week. Ugarte has already movement around Ugarte leaving has already taken place, and apparently he's been linked to Newcastle. Ugarte, he could leave as well. So that's what's being said on the midfield. In terms of Kobbie Mainoo, he's going to sign a new deal as well. So listen, I think the midfield, we know it's going to be key. We know United need to bring in potentially 2 or 3 midfielders. I think Camavinga is definitely a very viable option. He's someone who does have a lot of quality. He's got a lot of European experience playing against Premier League teams, being in the Champions League. He's someone who, again, whenever you do watch Real Madrid, he's not really playing. He would probably feel underwhelmed the fact that he's not starting over players like Pretarch, I think his name is. He's a very good player, but in terms of Camavinga's mind, if he was playing, he is more time at left back. So he could be unhappy with the minutes, and I will definitely take him at United. In terms of the latest update, Anderson, I do think he will inevitably go to Man City. City are pushing very hard for that deal, and I think that deal is very close to getting completed. All the reports are suggesting that he could be very close to joining them. And again, he hasn't decided yet. Apparently he's going to decide after the World Cup, but I think City are pushing really hard. In terms of other midfield stuff, Kobbie Mainoo is expected to quadruple his salary with a new contract, and earn 120k per week on a deal running until 2031. So obviously we had the Maguire news today, that he's going to be signing a new deal. I think Kobbie Mainoo's deal is not far away, which is something that's absolutely positive. He's been needing a new deal for time, and United need to build a team around him. So that's something that's good. I think it'd be a 3 or 4 year deal with the option for a further year, a massive increase in wages, and someone who hopefully, as I said, build his team around. You get the midfield in for him, get the partnership going, and I think he's someone who's going to be very important going forward. Now, in terms of obviously Manchester United, we do have the training camp at the moment in Dublin. Martinez is back with the main training group. Dorgu continues his own one-to-one rehabilitation, but he has travelled, which is good. Martinez, hopefully you do get him back for the game against Leeds, or we very well could see the first time partnership of Heaven and Yoro in there. But Dorgu being back, I mean, I think he He probably won't be ready for the Leeds game, but probably the game after against Chelsea, you'd probably hope to have him in the squad. Martinez, I don't know if United will rush him back for the game against Leeds, but he definitely is in first team training, and with just under a week left to go to that game, you could very well see him being involved in that, so that's good. Delo's not involved because he's out to illness, same too with Tom Heaton. Now, in terms of the last thing that I'll probably talk about is the goalkeeper situation. Manchester United want to offload Andre Onana this summer, despite the Cameroon's goalkeeper desire to resurrect his Old Trafford career. United have no plans to bring him back as they try to drive down the wage bill and see it as unrealistic to have a high-earning number 2 goalkeeper on the bench with Le Mans backed as their number 1. Onana's representative is expected to hold talks with United this month to discuss his future, but another move away, either permanently or on loan, is the most likely outcome. United hope to recoup as much as possible as the 47.2 they paid Inter Milan in 2023. I think it is over with Onana, with United signing a keeper in Le Mans to be the first choice. He settled in didn't settle in straight away, but he settled in very, very well, and he's done a very good job. He's a competent goalkeeper. He has been United's best signing, in my opinion, in terms of impact on the team and the importance in that position. I think ultimately getting rid of Onana is something that we need to do. As I said, you see him as a player you can get off your wage books. He's someone who does have a lot of quality, but just not for Manchester United, and he made too many mistakes in the time that he was here. He's someone who, again, just put too much pressure on him. You look at Le Mans' calmness, doesn't really make it about him, and he's just someone who's a very, very good goalkeeper. So Onana leaving is key. How much you'll be able to generate, hopefully 15 to 20 million, whether that's a permanent move to Turkey, whether that's a permanent move somewhere else. I think that's the main aim. You don't really want another loan. You do want him to leave on a permanent basis. Does that mean then you have to find a replacement? Potentially. I think Tom Heaton's expected to stay. You potentially bring back Vitek from loan and have him as part of the first team squad. So I don't think we're definitely in desperate need of a goalkeeper. We've got Le Mans, you've got Heaton. Bayindir will probably stay unless you find a move from him. So yeah, there's not really a rush to sign a goalkeeper, but Onana for me leaving is absolutely key. So that has been your latest news. Just to round up, talks with Anderson are underway. City are very, very strongly in the race and do expect that deal to happen. In terms of the Dublin squad, no Dalot and Heaton because they're out to illness. Martinez is back to first team training, so too is Dorgu doing his own one-to-one training. Ugarte, again, he's someone that United are looking at selling with talks already in place for him to leave the club. CAMAVINGA could potentially be an option, depending on what happens long term, and if United do view that as an option, they can go out and sign him. I really do like CAMAVINGA. He's not my first choice, but he definitely is an option. Kobbie Mainoo's close to getting a new deal, and obviously Maguire signed a new deal today, which keeps him at the club until 2027 with an option for a further year. So yeah, that's been your latest update. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the CAMAVINGA news and the Anderson stuff?